There's so much to cover today. My mind is just spinning with information, spinning with information. So come in, pull up your coffee, pull up your tea, pull up your bottle of water, whatever it is. Have a seat and let's chat about some cray shit that's going on in the world around you. Yeah. As I say, the astrology never lies, and it doesn't. There is so much, you know, looking at, Mars will be going and following the sun tomorrow. So if you're up early in the morning, you'll see Mars like this big star. It looks like a star. Well, and then the sun rises. So usually, if it's really clear, you can see this beautiful Mars energy coming up, and then the sun rises. And absolutely fabulous. Been watching uh Cirrus has been in the morning sky early in the morning. I'm usually out of the house by what time are we out of the house? By 6:30, quarter to 7, something like that. So it's still dark outside because Matthias starts school at 8. So we have this ingress of the sun and it's squaring like we have all this energy squaring Saturn. Saturn is about our intuition, really wants us to come into our intuition, into our into our own knowingness, right? So it's very important to really dive into your knowingness. What you just know, things are really crazy. And with all this Saturn energy that's in there. I mean, you saw a guy in a Bentley. It was a Bentley, I found out, flying through the air on the Rainbow Bridge. I think it's one. I think it's kind of funny. It's the Rainbow Bridge that he decided to go at 100 miles per hour, which is 160 kilometers, and hit a barrier and go flying over the rainbow on the Rainbow Bridge. That's what he did. And in the chaos of heightened where they're really worried about a terrorist attack right now, things that are happening in the Middle East, the so-called hostage exchange, it's kind of being delayed till tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. And I'm just like, okay, why only 50? Why only 50 of them? Like, where's the rest? And how many are there? And could we have a list or something? you know? And you're releasing 110, they're only giving 50. This and it's like the hostages, they're hostages. They're people, just regular Joes, I guess you would say. At least that's what I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. And then you're going to release political hostages. So ones that are probably have tried some shit, maybe not all of them, but some of them, and just let's not release too many innocent people, but the ones that we have jailed and stuff where, yeah. Anyways, that's the negotiation there. It's just going to be something crazy that's going to happen with all of that, I feel. And I feel like there's, with also the information about the was it the UAPs, I think it's called, information coming out about that. And what was I just reading? Trust your gut. Tucker Carlson warns of chaos, ignoring your instincts during history-changing events. That's basically it. Trusting your gut, because there is when you start looking, and that's what I do, is like I watch these different sites and I look into things and then Google and do my other little research on information. What I found, which was, one thing I don't like 23andMe, never did like that DNA testing thing. Always thought it was kind of weird because they have all of this information on you, right? And when they have all of this information on you, who keeps that data, right? Who keeps the data? Well, it got hacked the day before October, what was it? Hacked on October 6th. Like they were out selling, and they went after a certain what was it called? Ashkenazi Jews. And this is right before October 7th. So the thing is that about 23andMe, it holds your information about your bloodline, right? Are you mainly European, Middle Eastern, Arabian? Are you, what is your bloodline? And this is where you can get into a lot of things to do with genetic altering and genetic bio and ethnic bio weapons as well. So they were they're selling it. They're selling it. And this is where you'll find, certain groups will like, yeah, I want to have that information. I want to have that information on that group. What do you have? So out there selling it. So, and this is, coming in with your DNA, RNA, all of that, all of this crazy information coming out right now is kind of it's like it's things that we don't even think about, things we don't even see. uh I just sort of trying, watching as everything is exploding around, and watching this exploding coming about, because a lot, as I say, one, m- peak into 2023. So my peak into 2020, I mean, my peak into 2024 is on sale right now. And I put it down to $30 from 50. And that's for Black Friday only. And it's limited space. So if you want to, a couple things are going on here. If you're wanting to do the peak into 2024, which will be December 30th, get it now. There is some crazy shit that is going down in 2024 that is going to be life altering for all of us. And these transitions that are coming in that are life altering are ones that are bringing in an awareness, getting us to open up, getting us to really
Unknown caller.
understand. Woo, sorry, got a phone call there. Understand what these transformations are going to be and what they're going to look like. So 2024 is really a pivotal year of transformation and huge change. You thought the last few years have been going to be change, this is nothing, baby. This is nothing. So that's on sale for $30, and the sales end tomorrow, Friday. We have the $10 for $10 mini readings for tomorrow, and so that's every Friday. I'm going to be continuing them on for December. So every Fridays, we're going to have $10 readings. So if you're wanting to get a $10 reading, definitely you can do that. And I take e-transfer or PayPal. And if you're not sure and you're on these, you're watching me and you're not sure how to do it, DM me. Get a hold of me on Facebook. Message me on Facebook. You can message me on YouTube. You can message me on you can message me anywhere, actually, and I'll give you the information on where to send your money. So you can send your money usually by e-transfer or PayPal. So we have that. And if you are, the full moon's coming up. So we have this big buildup to this mutable full moon in Gemini. So much mutable energy. So a lot of crazy, which is changing, switching, movement, all coming up next Tuesday. So we have this energy that's coming in that is really bringing in some vibrant mixture of, it's like vibrant mixture of changes and collisions and unexpected unexpected ways of doing things and ways of looking at our world, and we're looking at your personal world. And this is where, especially with Mars coming in on Friday and is going to be squaring up with Saturn, this is really looking at, where are your spiritual structures? Where do you come in with your grounding? Where do you come in with, because there's a lot of strange shit going on out there. There's like, who's it? Who's it? Puff Daddy. I mean, he just paid off the one girl, and some really strange, like, this man is like weird, like really weird. But it was in a civil court, and before any disclosures could come in, he just paid her right out. The money's not being disclosed of how much money he is, but she's an ex-girlfriend of his. And yeah, and then Jamie Foxx coming out, being charged, or allegedly, this is all allegedly, coming out about him groping and stuff like that. So allegedly has done that. So we have that. That's really, so all of these, just strange things, and you're just wondering, like, is there anybody fucking normal out there? Like, I don't know what you'd call normal, but it's just like, is there any, is hello? On Crave, I usually don't uh watch, well, I've been watching The Gilded Age because I like that kind of shit. And then I noticed, like, whoa, what's this documentary? Haven't watched the documentary on Netflix yet about the twin flame shit. But this one is even more. She's Mother God, Mother Goddess, Godmother, or whatever the freak she wanted to call herself. Her real name is Amy, and started a weird kind of cult, you know? And then she died, and they're waiting for her body to ascend, and they had it laying sort of in state with candles on it and all kind of shit. When the sheriffs finally came in, it just so bizarre, of how they did healings and clearings and all of these, and she was doing these healings and clearings for people. Hundreds of people were showing up for her to do these clearings, kind of like the guy down in Brazil, the um, John of God kind of sort of weirdness, but not, yeah, that one was weird, but this is just even more bizarre. But I feel also, when I see a lot of this stuff coming out about the spiritual community and the different fucked up cults that are out there, and how because people are searching so badly for something, they're wanting, like, they switch from regular religion, which is very dogmatic, right? And you have a set of rules, and this is what you follow. You go to church on Sunday. If you've been a bad person, for me, you go to communion before you get, the Eucharist and stuff on Sunday and things like that. I mean, those are very dogmatic things, right? This is what you do. To I don't want to have anything against, I don't want to have anything with religion, but I'm going to go to some strange fucked up cult who has, well, this is what we got to do. In the morning, we take a bowl of of DMT, then we smoke some shit, then we get high as fuck on mushrooms, and then, oh, alcohol, because I'm using it in a positive way. I can talk to, who is she talking to? Anyway, she was talking to some famous Robin Williams. She was talking to Robin Williams. She was channeling Robin Williams because the alcohol opened her up to Robin Williams. I'm just like, oh, well, you're not a drug addict or an alcoholic if you're using it in a spiritual way. I'm like, oh my God, okay, what more fucked up shit can come out? It's like, I mean, you just like, whoa, like, yeah, I'm a spiritualist, but I question shit. And I would look into shit, right? I don't do drugs. I drink wine. But I don't, I'm not allowed to post anything when I drink. So, because I get really crazy. Um, uh, kind of like, what's her name? What I'm trying to think of, they took away her phone, because when she got drunk, she'd start going off on different shit. So, but I know that, so I usually don't, do that. But this is where it's like, where's the common sense gone? Where's, all of this that's, where people are so looking for something. Tensions are so high. People are on edge about things. Now they're what is it? The governor of freaking New York is talking about a one dose vaccine, and that it's going to be starting tomorrow. So people just sign up to get their one dose vaccine, because you can get this off of X if you want. The quarantine camps, and starting up with the quarantine camps. It's like, oh my God, what, I might be seeing you all there. you know? Yeah, there's some really, this is where where's people's judgments? Spirituality is, I think people do need to have a connection to a higher than themselves, something greater than who they are, and otherwise you get too self-absorbed. But to get to a point where it's so fucking out left field that you can't even find or see the end of the field, because it is so far fetched. And getting back to my point, when you're seeing all these documentaries coming out, which are the extremists of things, I think this is another, way of really putting, um, where they can put another sort of notch in their belt to end anything to do with people who are psychics or energy healers, or anyone who is trying to look at alternative ways of healing. And that goes down to herbalists or naturopaths, and the like, acupuncture, etc., because they aren't following the science or the mainstream, right? So let's get into some craziness where this one girl, Mother God, and she had a lot of father gods too. I mean, this Mother God was in charge, but she had a lot of father gods that came along, that were her, and then she had father gods that were at different levels. I think she got it made there. Okay, you're my number one father god. You're my number two father god. You're just number three father god. So I just gonna have you every second week or something. I don't know, but this is where, you know people have to use, questioning, and you can get very, caught up in a lot of craziness, and going down, even when it, comes down to different conspiracy theories and things like that. I think, you really have to look into it. You really have to question. And for myself, I do. I look at some of the things that some of the people are doing, or they're saying, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, no. Or whoever is out there on, a lot of the, I'm looking for my phone. There's my phone right there. On TikTok, and they're able to get onto lives. I can't do lives on TikTok because I don't have enough followers. I think I only have like, I don't know, 400. I don't know. And then you can do live if you get 1,000. But some of them, and I go back to see what did they do to get their thousands, and some of them are like, yeah, they're legit. Other ones are just like, oh my God, you just fucking looped, man. Um, but they get, because people are searching again. They're searching, they're grasping, they're wanting to find something that is giving them far more meaning than what their life has. They're wanting, 23andMe. I mean, it's owned by BlackRock, right? Um, I want to know more about who I am. So I want, it's like, I want to know more. Maybe that's going to give me the answer. Maybe that's going to give me what I need more inside, because there's something there that is missing, right? something more that is missing within inside of ourselves. This is where, when you look at, oh, you mean I only need one dose of the vaccine? Oh, sign me up. I'm going that, it's just like I want to connect. See, I'm being a good person kind of thing. So the actual questioning, the actual coming into oneself and really doing, I mean, to do a self dive, to do one look at oneself isn't easy because we want a quick fix. Quick fix. Give me that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to do a bowl of DMT in the morning, then do some shrooms and be out of it for the whole day because that's going to help me to connect more. That's going to open my brain up more for me to connect with the powers that be. And it's not even done in a ceremonial, sacred way, right? Because when you really get into, say, mushrooms or peyote, or you're getting into ayahuasca, it's done in a sacred way. There's sacredness, right? There's sacredness that comes in. And that's partially what's missing. This is sacred, coming into the sacredness of who you are, the sacredness of each stage of a child as they developed, and looking at that sacredness of that child and the transformations as they make through. Having a celebration, it's like celebrating a girl's first period. I took my daughter out for lunch. Yes. you know um Having these celebrations and for transformations, making it sacred. This is a sacred thing. This is a very special thing. Boys boys do not have periods. Girls do. This is special. This makes you very unique, right? You have a connection with other women. There's something about when women live together, how their periods sync up, right? This is synchronicity. It brings in that sacredness. And I think that when you're looking at this all, where's the sacredness? Where are people coming into the sacred, into the reverence, as I said before? Where's that reverence of self, of community, of connection, of family, of friends that comes together to coexist, to be apart, to be accepted? And as everything is unfolding within the skies above us, trying to show us the truth, and trying to get us to really come into that part of our own selves, so that, because that's, I mean, you can't we you can't just say to everybody, okay, I'm coming in, I'm going to heal everybody, and everybody's going to be fine. But you got to do it this way. It's No, there's a sacredness, because there's a dance, and there's an energetic patterning that each of us have, and accepting that energetic within ourselves, accepting that those patterns that we have allow us to come into our own sacredness, our own uniqueness, in allowing ourselves to shine. And in doing that, then we come into an acceptance of allowing others to be able to shine within there. But it's all of this crazy, fucked up fuckery. That's what it is. It's fuckery, fucked up fuckery that's happening right now, that is exploding upon us and getting us to really look at, where is your sacredness? Where is that within you? And, usually with the sun and Sag is, our focus from a need for an intimate connection with a person and with ourselves, to desire to reach out to the world and connect. That's what's so beautiful about, Christmas, or Yule, or, it's that connection. I want to get out and I want to connect with other people. I want to, it's mutable. It's fiery. It's the party sign, right? And really come in to muster up our courage to expand our horizons and branch out in new ways of thinking. It's so important to really look at new ways of thinking, new ways of learning, to expand ourselves. This is an opportunity for us to nurture our faith, right? Our hope and our vision under this influence. This is where, there's so much for us to really look at. And then Mercury's there and it's shifting thinking shifts, it's coming into the depths, what is fair and unfair of our concerns, yet it's trying to wrap its brain around things, and it's not very happy where it is, so it's out of bounds. And then it'll go into Capricorn, and it's going, right now it's in its shadow phase, it's going to go into Cap, and then it's going to reverse back because it's going to be and come back into Sagittarius. So there's so much there, with Venus, Libra, our assertiveness and willing to negotiate, compromise, that's what Venus is trying to do. Yet it's opposite Chiron, and it's like, well, I'm still wounded with all of this. And she's like, oh, like, fucking get over your wounds, buddy. Let's move on, to, you know, when it comes to these negotiations and patterns and that are going on, and as Mars goes into Sagittarius, this is like we are bothered by routine and quickly become restless. This is a restlessness. We don't want the routine. We don't want to be told that we have to do this and we have to do that. This is where we want to be spontaneous and direct and passionate about our beliefs. Hey, I admit my Mars is at I think it's at 2 or 3 degrees of Sag. So it has a playfulness and it's optimistic energy. We have this coming forth, and it's squaring off over to fucking Saturn. Like, fuck you, Saturn. But this is, where we are looking at the changes that are coming in. Another thing that I found, this was sort of funny, haha, that the Pentagon failed its 6th audit, but they've always failed their audit. Why? Because they funnel money where we won't even know where the hell they're going to funnel the money. You're not told. It's like they have different places that it gets funneled. It gets, there's different organizations that we don't know about at this time. Maybe one day we will, but right now we don't. But I found it funny that they failed the audit as as a Bentley went over the Rainbow Bridge and exploded. And all of the things coming out about a new vaccine that they want you to take, and the COVID camps or the quarantine camps that they're doing. It's just, yeah, so much craziness. So here we go. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing right now for the Black Friday sale. So we all know that all my readings are 30% off until tomorrow. Then after tomorrow, they're not on sale anymore. We have full moon reading. If you're wanting to get the full moon reading, which will come out on Monday, for $25. So if you are wanting to get that, you don't think it'll happen with those camps. Interesting. We're in an oddity of energies. And it's going to be amazing how things are going to. Well, 2024, let me just say, you got to be in, you got to be in the peak into too many people with carrying guns. That's in the States. Yeah. But yet, put it this way, they have people from January 6th that are still in jail. They have people that they have just, and a disclosure of a lawyer, that they took people during COVID and put them into camps. And they didn't get a lawyer. The thing is, this is like, I understand what you're saying. Too many. We're going back to the Pentagon failed 6 audits. There are places and organizations, we'll call them, that you will get goodbye. It's like, there's my one good Melissa's her reverend, his wife, when she came back from doing business, this was at the beginning of of the lockdowns, and she came in, and she went they picked her up at the airport, and he couldn't they had no idea where she was. It took over a month to find out where she was, and then they released it. They can hold you for some time without you getting a phone call or getting representation, which is against the Constitution and against everything else. But it's there. It happens. It's just becoming a little bit more prevalent than before. And that 23andMe and that hacking, and especially October 6th. What happened October 7th? Just before. Weird. I don't know. Coincidence? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So there are these things that are happening, and it's like crazy energies that are. Oh, look at I got lunch. Look at this. My lunch, everybody. So there are crazy things that are unfolding at this time for us all. So, you know, the alien stuff, other things that are coming out with that, uh, which is quite interesting. But if people, and I was going to just have this in my one thing for from shadow to dark, but that's changing. It must be my Mercury and Sag and everything hitting my Mercury and Sag. So, anyways, if you are wanting, and I'm offering this now, and if you are wanting the readings for 2024, all 24 of them, the new moon and full moon readings, they're going to be $288 for the whole year. If you are wanting them, you get a hold of me, and you will get your readings twice a month, and I'll be delivering them to you twice a month. And so for $288. So that's $25 or so a reading, 24 readings for the whole year. And if you're wanting that, definitely get a hold of me. Yeah, so we have that. That's happening, and that's for the Black Friday. And so once Black Friday is done, it's done, and then I continue on doing my other little things that I'm doing. So, yeah, so many crazies. Let's pull a card, and then I'm going to eat my lunch. But yeah, you can go on X and you can start looking into things about yeah, that's cheap because they're going my my mini readings, my new moon and full moon readings are going to go up to $40. So if anybody wants to order the new moon and mini readings going forward, they're going to be $40 a reading. This is going back to the original prices, and it's $288 for the whole year of 2024. So just letting you know, the 411 Black Friday sale. Woo. Okay. So what do we have here? Oh. So the Six of Autumns, it was reversed. So the Six of Autumns is like, the six, when it's upright, it's like good things are coming, everything's coming to me, things are looking good. But when it's in reverse, it feels like, it's not coming. I feel stuck. I feel it's just there's no movement. And then we have the Prince of Spring, springing up, things moving forward. It's kind of like I want to go forward, but I can't go forward. I feel like things are not moving in the direction I want it to go. It's not unfolding the way I would like it to come. So this is about, our passion and our relationships. And sometimes, this is where I feel like there's you might just like, oh, screw it, I'm gonna, it's not to throw the baby out with the bathwater with this energy. This is where it's, you want good things to happen, you want good things to come forward. Yet, with the six of Pentacles, I feel like it's sort of like, it's in reverse, and it just doesn't feel like everything. It feels mucky, it feels sloppy, it feels, it's not doing the things that I want it to do. And then, in comes the Prince, and here I am, and I'm coming forward, and things, it's fiery, and it's, yeah, we're going to do it this way. And you just get very overwhelmed with it all. So there's an overwhelmness of a feeling that people are having right now. And it's just like there's just too much going on. And with it comes the hermit. So the hermit card comes forward and it says, let's go in. Let's take a moment, let's take the TV off, let's take the phones off, let's just allow myself a few minutes to just breathe. Because there's so much coming in at once, feeling all of that overwhelmness can be a lot. And so we just need to take a time out. And I think, over the course of this weekend, to find time in this weekend to take a time out, whether that's a bubble bath, a walk in nature, whether that's just allowing yourself just to take the paint out and start painting, start allowing yourself to be creative in some way, do some creativeness. It will really help you to get there. And the six of wands, so the six of winter, the six of swords is reversed. So it's like, yeah, but I do that, but I'm not getting to the dress. See, I'm not getting to where I want to go. Like, I want to go there now. It's like I want it this instantaneously, but it's not going to happen instantaneous. There's not an instantaneous answer for you to do the transformations that you are wanting to do, which causes the frustrations that you're going through. And with the frustrations that you're going through, the overwhelmness that you are feeling. And it's like, no, go sit down on your meditation pillow. Mama said you got to go sit down on your meditation plan. So because the energies are imbalanced, there's an imbalance within you. You're feeling imbalanced. You're just feeling overwhelmed. This is where people are going to feel that way. I have a show this weekend, No Time to Relax. Well, okay, that's fine. Your actions, or you are working, you got to find, this is the questions. Are there hidden motives behind your actions, or are you working from a place of love? And that's where you got to look at, coming from a place of love. This is what I got to do. This is where I have to be. And I have to allow myself to go more with the flow. And if I'm in high anxiety, oh my God, an accident's going to happen. You're not going to get to where you want to go. Things aren't going to work the way that you want it to go. Things are going to go hairy-carry, and you're going to feel like, what the fuck just happened? And you don't want to get into an accident and you go flying 100 feet in the air over the Rainbow Bridge. So this is where it's like, although change is inevitable, it's there. This is where you got to look at, be experiencing, where are those attachments? Where do I need to let go? What is my ego saying I have to do? I have to do this. It has to be this way. It's the mind. The mind is overworking. The mind is over here. I got to do this. I got to do this. Are you coming into spirit? Because Saturn is going to say, well, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go do that. Yeah. But you got to come into that spirit. You got to come into that soul. You got to come into that intuition and allow yourself to breathe. So you're strong enough to navigate all of this and the face life's challenges that are coming forward. And you got to just do it in stride and not overreact with it all. So, on that note, gave you my sales. You'll be seeing a bunch of stuff popping up all over the place. Take a look out for it. And if you are interested in any of it, let me know. And you know where to find me. And if there's any comments, concerns, or anything like that, comment below, and I will, talk to you there. So have a blessed one, everybody. The Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you. Be kind and loving to yourself, and be kind and loving to others as we go forward. We're stepping into some hairy-carry energies. Just saying. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Have a blessed one. And let's go feed the duck. Bye-bye.